Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today I want to talk about the original Unreal Tournament. More specifically, this game deserves to get a remake and or a remaster. Now, for those who don't know, the original Unreal Tournament came out in 1999. It is a arena shooter, and it's probably one of the best ones, in my opinion, to this date. The Unreal Tournament series has had 3 or 4 games in it. I think you have that, 2003, 2004, Unreal Tournament 3, and there was a couple of spin-offs, Unreal Championship as well. Then you've also got the Unreal series, which is a much more story-driven experience for the Unreal games. But Unreal Tournament is near and dear to my heart. I think the game plays fantastically in this day and age. I think there's a lot of good things about it. But not too long ago, Epic were working on a free-to-play Unreal Tournament. We're very community-driven, and then they ended up essentially cancelling and stopping work on it to just focus on Fortnite. And that, to me, is really frustrating, because Unreal Tournament is kind of why this engine that they have, the Unreal Engine. Unreal Tournament was always a way of showing off, like tech was always showing off reasons why it was so good. And this is a series that I do love. I like most of the Unreal Tournament games. Like, there are certain things about the later games that can be a bit like and whatnot. But generally speaking, like, I really enjoy all the series because they're fast paced. The weapons handle really nicely. All the games still look fairly good now. Maybe 2003 and 2004 haven't aged amazingly, but I still think the original, while it out of all of them definitely needs the most amount of love, still looks pretty decent. And I would love it to get a remaster, if nothing else. Like, I feel like this game deserves a remaster, and I think Epic need to really get on it, because this is a game that, like, I still want to play now. It's just difficult to set up servers and things because it's so old. But like, what makes the game so fun is it's fast paced. The maps are really well designed for the most part. There aren't many maps that I don't like in this game. Deck 16 has always been a classic for me, and then there's Leandre as well, which is also another good map. But pretty much all the maps are really good. You've got tons of modes. You've got like deathmatch, team deathmatch, domination, assault, probably miss capture the flag. Like, there's lots of game content here. There's a lot of maps to play on. All the guns are really varied. My favourite is the Ripper, which fires out blades and things. But like, you've got like all kinds of cool weapons in there. The expansion content, I believe, as well, where you get like the bouncing bombs and other kind of crazy things, is also great. Honestly, this game has always been a really good first-person shooter. Like, one of the best first-person shooters. Partly why I don't like slower FPSs. You know, I love Time Splitters, for example, on console because it was very arcadey. But then more games became like either modern shooters, or they became kind of like Halo, a lot more slower on consoles and things like that. Whereas Unreal Tournament definitely has its roots in the PC market, and it's just a really fantastic game. I know that in this day and age that arena shooters don't sell, and that's the sad truth, that most people don't want to play arena shooters. They want to play hero shooters or a combination of things, and I understand that. But for me, like, you had Quake and you had Unreal Tournament, you know, those were the big arena shooters. And the thing is, Epic have kind of, you know, they've become this big machine now with the Epic Store and obviously Fortnite, and I just kind of hope they don't do a Valve where, like, you know, Valve made games like Half-Life and they made things like Left 4 Dead, but a lot of the time Valve, basically, they're like, we're not that bothered about making games anymore unless we have like tech and we want to show that off, and you know, they just run Steam. And like, I don't want Epic to be in the same position where they are literally just going to focus on selling games on a platform and focusing on Fortnite. Like, they have other franchises, but I think the Unreal series is one that they should be like putting some love into. I mean, even a story-driven FPS, like, even if they just did an Unreal game, like, remake the first Unreal. The original Unreal is so old at this point. Like, I wish there was somebody there that just wanted to do it. But yeah, I don't want Unreal Tournament to be lost to the ether. Basically, this is a series, like I said, that's very near and dear to my heart. And I know it wasn't just Epic that worked on it. I believe Digital Extremes did as well. And if you recognize that name, it's because of Warframe. That seems to be their baby now. You know, that's the big thing they work on. Their big free-to-play game that's done very well for itself. You know, But like, it just sucks when you see a franchise that you absolutely love kind of fall to the wayside. And I really wish that I hope there's someone at Epic that's at least thinking, hey, you know, we've got these old games, you know, maybe remastering some of these and putting textures and stuff in would be great. Like for me, the original Unreal Tournament, like if you could just put some 4K textures in there and like remodel the guns and do something with the texture work in that game, just so it's less blurry. Because to be honest, it doesn't look awful. It's just you can tell that it's a game from like the early 2000s. You look at the character models, the gun models aren't too bad, but I can imagine this game getting like really nice remaster, kind of like in the same vein of like StarCraft Remastered or Command & Conquer Remastered, where like if you look at what they did to the graphics, like obviously everything still looks the same, but they look so much better, more detail, like, you know, it's very much been up-res, like just the visual fidelity is just so much better, and I think that's the thing that Unreal Tournament 99 really needs, is that visual fidelity. That and the ability to like being able to play with my friends very easily, because we tried recently and trying to connect or create a server just doesn't seem to work very well. Like we might be missing something, but yeah, there's definitely been issues when we tried to play online. We have to like kind of hop into a server, and then the problem is they're all full of mods and kind of all kinds of other things. We just literally want to play like 1v1 or whatever. You know, I just think for that, if nothing else, just for that, like the sake of being able to like play online a bit easier and also have, you know, just a nicer looking game. Clearly you just build it on top of this one, you don't have to change too much. In terms of quality of life, I'm sure there's things they could add. Like right now, like trying to think about it, there's without the game in front of me, I can't think what they could add. I know you can scale the UI and stuff already, but they could have some accessibility options in this game that would probably help. You know, they could easily do stuff to make this a really good like remaster. If they wanted to remake it from the ground up, I'd be totally okay with that as well. Even that like free-to-play Unreal Tournament that they were working on, they could just take what they had there and turn it, you know, and use it to create this, you know, the original game, basically. But it's something that, like, in the time of remasters and remakes and everything that's going on right now, this seems to be like such an obvious choice to me. It's like, hey, you've got this classic FPS that people love, people still play to this day. Like, why are you not making a remaster of it? Like, this is the one time I'm like, jump on the bandwagon so that people like me can enjoy playing this game that I like even today, that I still love. Like, even with the rest of the franchise, like, I'll still play the other Unreal Tournament games, but I come back to the original more often than not. Like, there's definitely like tweaks and stuff you could do, but like, honestly, this game it deserves the love and attention that like it should have, and it's not getting, and it's frustrating. I want them to make a really nice, like, good-looking version of this game, basically, that has all the modern-day tweaks and things that you could expect. Hell, put a colorblind mode in there, that'd be great. Yeah, I really hope Epic gets around to doing something like this, like remaking this kind of or remastering this game, because it just deserves it. Like, this is a game that modern audiences should play. Like, I know that like the later games kind of slowed down, they added things in and whatnot, but like, this game is such a pure form of like adrenaline. It's a fast game, it's all about dodging and like twitching around, like using the different weapons and stuff, and yeah, it just deserves more love, this franchise, again. And I hope that if Epic themselves won't make it, that they could get maybe Digital Extremes or somebody else to do a remaster of this. There's got to be people out there that feel the same way as me, that just want this game to be back in the limelight kind of thing. And the thing is, it won't cost them a huge amount of money, because like, it's a remaster. So if you get them to do it, shove it up on the Epic store, like, hell, people are gonna buy that. Like, I'd buy that, you know. So I don't know, I'm just feeling really frustrated at the moment that this game and this series is being kind of left in the dust, and it's like, come on, guys. Like, remember why you made, like, you've got the Unreal Engine, right? That Unreal, like, there's a franchise that exists there. Like, remember, it's not just an engine, it's a game series as well. And you can't just, like, leave this and forget about it and then hope that, you know, people, you know, either someone else will make it or something similar or whatnot. But like, we need this game to be basically back in the front. Like, you know, if Epic Games is like, hey, well, the Unreal Engine, and this is like a great like remaster or something you can do with the new Unreal Engine or something, like Unreal Engine 5, I don't know. Like, do something with that. That'd be awesome. Don't worry about anything else. Make the goddamn remake or remaster or something Unreal Tournament. I'd take a new game at this point, but clearly that didn't work out. So give me a remaster of the original. Like, this needs to happen. I want to see the game look nice. I want new accessibility options, new quality of life options, all that good stuff. Put it out there and let me play it because I want it. Alright guys, thank you for listening to me rant about this, because this is something that I am passionate about. I really truly do want this franchise to come back in a big way, and I know that Quake's doing alright, I guess. But Unreal Tournament was like, it's just a really good series, and it just deserves a bigger player base. It deserves people to be playing this stuff, and I really want it to be the case. But thank you very much for listening and watching to this video. As always, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, and hit subscribe. Links for Facebook and Twitter down below as usual. And until next video, I'll see you then.